Happy Saturday, everyone. We've just kind of been puttering around, not doing too much. I washed some dishes that didn't fit in the dishwasher that I ran last night. I got the living room back here, my little nook, vacuumed. I put 24 eggs in the Instapot, and then when they were done, I made egg salad with it, so that's in the fridge chilling. I have some bananas on the counter defrosting because in my last video, it looked like they cooked over because I didn't put the muffin cups into the muffin tins. I was so distracted that day. And they looked fine, but then when I went to take them out of the muffin tin, the peel wouldn't peel off, and they were almost as hard as rocks. So I had to ditch that whole batch, and I felt awful. And Earl noticed that I was upset, and he's like, no big deal. Oh, well. So then I found some bananas in the freezer that someone had given me, and so they are almost ready to be made into banana bread muffins. Yeah, and then I think I have a whole chicken that I'm going to roast for supper. I'm not sure what sides I'm going to do yet, because I don't know. I don't know if I'll do like potatoes or rice or I don't know what as the starch. But yeah, I'll put up some pictures or more video later, but I just thought I'd check in. I'm just sitting here taking it easy, and I'm going to work on a baby blanket because I don't want to do much else. But on a happy note, I went outside and it looks like I have garlic scapes. They are maybe 1.5 inches tall, or about 2 centimeters roughly. So they're growing, which makes me really happy. And yeah, so if I have anything else today to add or share, I'll just pop back on. Okay, so I'm back and I'm going to redo the banana muffins. I'm going to pay more attention to the ingredients and make sure I measure them properly. And I'm going to pay attention when I put them in the oven and not overcook them. In the bowl, I already have 7 defrosted bananas. So it's a little more than a double batch, but I'll just adjust the regular ingredients a little bit and add just a bit more to account for the extra banana. 2 eggs. Oh, I forgot to preheat the oven. I need vanilla. 2/3 of a cup of oil. Two cups of sugar, or 8 quarter cups, because that's the scoop I always have in my sugar box. So that's all for that. I'm going to cream that first. And 3 cups of flour. And 2 teaspoons of baking. Oh my, that's way too much. And 2 dashes of salt because it's a double recipe. sure if it needs any more mixing. It is whole wheat flour cut with unbleached flour, and it looks awfully whole wheaty, so I'm wondering if I should add just a little bit of milk. I'm going to add in a splash of milk because I'm also going to add in a bit of that and a bit of that, just for some fiber and protein and good stuff. Whoa, that's a lot. I wish that these hemp hearts would be milled even more because they're still really coarse, and I wish it was a more fine grind because I don't like the little crunchy pieces, but oh well. That's one handful, maybe a quarter cup, if that. Just a dribble of milk, like my technical measurements. And for all you Americans, yes, this is how we do milk. Last time I did coconut, so maybe I'll do that again. I don't know if you saw that. I was trying to dribble the milk very gently down into the side, and it hit the mixer and it sprayed everywhere. Wonderful. So I'm going to put this in the muffin liners and then I'll show you after. Okay, so I'm back again. The muffins are out of the oven and there was a little extra batter, so I put it into a loaf pan. It's not enough for a whole loaf of banana bread, but it's about half size and it needs longer than the muffins would, so that's still in the oven. But I'm going to get supper prepped for the oven because it's almost 4 o'clock. So, and this will need at least an hour, probably an hour and 15. So I've got a whole chicken here. Oh, that's not a good view. There. Now, and I have a Clorox wipe here that I'm gonna kind of get my hands cleaned with enough. Okay, that. I guess I'm gonna put it breast side down. And I am going to disinfect everything, but I'm going to pour some oil. It's a bit of olive oil. I know it looks like a lot, but it's got to coat it because I want the skin nice and crispy. I'm going to spread it all around in the pan too. And then I've got all my spices here. Garlic powder. I'm going to rub it all in when I get it all applied. Onion powder. Chili powder. Thyme, just a little, because I'm not a huge fan of that thyme seasoning, but it's really strong, so I only want to use a little. White pepper. Seasoned salt. And poultry seasoning. I know it has thyme in it, but I like the other stuff in it too. Whoa. Whoops. I'm going to rub it all in and get the spices in the oil. My hands are clean. The spices in the oil that have run off to coat the bottom. I know it's so professional just doing it all with your hands, eh? But, oh well. Anyway. All the spices are there. going to smell so good. And now I have potatoes. They're already washed, but I'm not peeling them because I kind of want them to be like baked potatoes, like in the skin. So yeah, I lightly drizzled olive oil on the potatoes to make sure they were all coated and put a ton of garlic powder on there. I put it in the oven at 350 and I'll show you when it comes out. The timer just went for 1 hour on my chicken, and here's how it looks. It's not done yet. It still needs probably at least 20 more minutes, but I'm going to check the internal temperature and see what it says. And right in the butt cheek. So it's at 140, so it still needs more time. And about halfway through the 1 hour cooking time, whoa camera, I put some Brussels sprouts in because I love Brussels sprouts. No one else does, but yeah, so I toss them in a little bit of olive oil and some Parmesan cheese, and they'll need the rest of the time that the chicken needs to cook. So I'm going to give it 15 more minutes, and yes, I know I need to clean my stove. There's only so much time in a day. There. And then I'll check the internal temperature again after that. And for everyone who doesn't like Brussels sprouts, they get corn. Okay, so the 15 minutes is up. I'm going to check the temperature again. I'm not sure what it is going to be, if it's done or not, but I'm going to go in roughly the same spot. So it says 160. I'm going to try it on the other side and see what it says. So it's moving up, but slowly. So it's not done yet. Boy. Ouch, that's hot. The potatoes aren't done yet either. So I'm going to turn the temperature up to 375 and give it another 20 minutes or so, just to make sure, because I do not want undercooked chicken. Yes, I need to clean the inside of the oven too. Whoops. Okay, so the 20 minutes is up at 375. So I'm gonna check. I think it's done now. Let's see. It's getting really hot. Okay, it's at 180. I'm gonna pull it out and let it rest while the corn warms up.